Our next guest says President Trump and Pope Francis are the two leaders who can actually do something to help persecuted Christians. John Allen, editor of Crux, joins us now. Hey, John, you are called the best Anglophone Vatican reporter ever. So when you speak, we listen. You say that instead of focusing on the odd couple, that the world should focus on what the U.S. and the Holy See can do together to help persecuted Christians. What do you think can be accomplished?
Well, first of all, Lauren, thank you for promoting me to the EF Hutton of the Vatican Press Corps. And of course, just rolling out that name dates me, but I think we all know what we're talking about. Look, I think when Trump and the Pope come together tomorrow morning here in Rome, inevitably there is going to be this temptation to focus on the surreal clash of personalities here, right? I mean, Trump, the sort of, icon of American bombast, Pope Francis, the third world man of the people. But what we should not forget and must not forget is that these are also leaders of two of the world's most important institutions. In the United States, you were talking about the most important temporal power, the most important hard power on the global stage. And in the Vatican, we're talking about the most important voice of conscience, the most important soft power on the global stage. So inevitably, when these two institutions come together, there is a lot at stake. And I think in this case, there is a kind of unique moment of opportunity here because you have two leaders who, for various reasons, have been talking in very similar ways about a shared concern, which is the fate of persecuted Christians in the Middle East. Candidate Donald Trump vowed to make the protection of Christians in Iraq and Syria a foreign policy priority of the United States. Pope Francis has been talking really since the beginning of his papacy about how there are more martyrs in the church today than in the early centuries of the church, how there is a vast ecumenism of blood today. He has been calling for solidarity with these persecuted Christians. The humanitarian aid is not reaching these Christians. In order to reach them, it needs to be administered by the churches. Now, this is a very simple step that a president of the United States could take. In the federal budget for 2018, there is $1.4 billion for relief of victims of genocide. The U.S. State Department has officially declared that Christians in Iraq and Syria are, in fact, the victims of genocide. If some share of that $1.4 billion were to be allocated to the churches of Iraq and Syria, it would therefore reach its intended targets.
Right.
And this doesn't require an act of Congress. It doesn't require a magic wand. It's something the president could do tomorrow.
President Trump has told us at EWTN News Nightly that he is going to help persecuted Christians big league. So, John, I hope that you are right in your assessment and that something concrete does come out of this. John Allen, thank you so much, the Crux editor.
Anytime, Lauren.